What's up, guys? Brian from RhymeAbout.com here, coming from my house here in Brooklyn, New York. And today I'm going to be going over the vendor selection process for purchasing a solo ad. And this is something that I learned from the solo ad success formula, right? And it's basically it's a way that you can purchase solo ads or select a solo ad vendor without being scammed. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that the vendor, the person you selected, you want to go through the names, make sure the name is all right, checks out. Now, how to check out the name to see if if they match up to the real person is you can take their name and you can enter it into social media. For instance, Facebook, Instagram, or even Twitter. Make sure their picture matches up, at least one picture or something like that, or more than one picture. But make sure that they're congruent. All right. Most solo ad vendors, they'll have testimonials on their pages or on their capture page or on their website. So you want to make sure that those people that are actually doing the testimonials are real people as well, right? So what I'll do is I'll select 4 to 5 people that gave really, really great reviews, and I'll check on social media to see if they're real people also, because you don't want to get fooled by you don't know if this is the vendor created these what do you call it? These names and just put it in their page to boost themselves up, right? So another thing you want to also do is when you're looking at their website is see what kind of payments they take. If they only take in PayPal, then I would suggest to highly stay away from that person, because what person is going to limit the way they receive money, right? So you want to make sure that they're not only just receive, they only have the option of using PayPal to receive money. Make sure they have more than that, even credit cards or whatever. All right. Another thing is, like I said, testimonials with the people. Look at them, read them. Make sure that everything's congruent with what the person has on their page. And what you can do is you can also message the vendor and ask them certain questions, right? So which is lead me to the next thing, right? You want to ask them. You want to ask them if they're going to use your swipe copy. If they're going to use your capture page. A lot of them will use their own copy or their own capture page for your ad, but you want to make sure that they're using yours. So, for instance, if you have a custom funnel that you're using, or you have a custom page that's converting really well and it's proven to convert very well, you want to stay with that, right? You don't want to try something new as of yet to see if it's converting. That's something that you want to do when testing out, unless you are testing out, of course. But if something's converting, stick with it, right? So make sure that the person's using your swipe copy. Also, ask the person, what percentage of top tier traffic do they normally run to. You normally want to get anything from 85 or above, right? These top tier countries are the 5 English speaking countries, right? So you also want to find out when was the last time they used or sent out an ad with the company that you're with, right? Because you don't want it to be too close, because then now you'll be flooding this person's list with the same content, but from 2 different people, and they're gonna, it doesn't look right. So if the person just sent out or just has a customer that's in the same company as you want to space it out 2 to 3 weeks. All right. Another thing you want to do is also ask how long it's going to take for them to deliver your clicks. Most of the time, when you purchase 200, 300 clicks, the vendor will send it out within 24 to 48 hours. If you're purchasing 1,000 clicks, maybe sometimes it take up to like 72 hours, right? And the last thing you want to do is you want to ask them for the price. Ask them to negotiate the price. How much do they charge per click? And see if you can negotiate 20% below what they're offering. All right. You still want to also save some money, right? you want to be able to purchase more clicks in the future. So another thing that I want to go over with is framing the purchase, which basically means that you're really just going to make sure that they're using your swipe copy. They'll over deliver on you, and they're sending out the correct amount of tier traffic. So, for instance, if the person says, "Yes, I'll use a swipe copy. Yes, I'll send over 90% of top tier traffic," then you got to track that, right? So, what's one way to track that is you can actually use something called Click Magic, and I'm not going to go too into detail into what it is, because right now, remember, your goal right now is to minimize the risk as well as maximize your return of income, right? And to do that, you got to be tracking something. You got to be tracking it, right? So now to keep track, you use Click Magics, and one way you can use ClickMagick is to see if your capture page is converting. So if your capture page is converting 35% and over through the ClickMagick, you can check it to see quality of leads, and you can also check the top tier, what percentage of top tier countries that person is sending it to, right? So what you want to do is that if you know that your conversion rate is 35% and over, that means they are using your swipe copy. That means they are using your capture pages, and they're not using blind swipes. Blind swipes are swipes that they created, and obviously you're going to know that it's not congruent with what you're doing or with your capture page at all. So keep in mind that if you're not converting 35% or more, there's something wrong with either the swipe copy, the capture page, or maybe that person isn't really fulfilling what your agreement was with them. All right, so hold on, I got my notes right here, so just give me 1 second. So if your conversions are good and you're getting at least 1 or 2 sales on every 100 clicks, then you can scale up that person. Scaling up means that if you bought 200 clicks, you got a couple of sales, maybe the next time you want to purchase 300 clicks and then 400 clicks and 500 clicks, depending on how your sales are going. Like if you're always converting on sales on these clicks that you're purchasing, scale up. And also make sure you add this person to your list, or your list of people that you can use as solo ad vendors, because you never know in the future that you may need to send another solo ad for a different purpose, and you have this person that's going to over deliver for you, and they're fulfilling everything that you want as far as sending out the ad. All right. So if you gotten value from this in any way or form, any shape, way or form, and if you want to know any more information about the solo ad success formula, just click the link in the description below, and I'll surely get back to you. All right. Have a good day, guys.